Orzekea is the fourth dungeon of the Atoraxxion series and will set the stage for the grand finale of Black Desert's first act. Unlike the previous three dungeons, Orzekea will have regular monster zones that adventurers can engage in. This will allow them to jump straight into the boss fights for more immediate action. In the future, we shall also see these changes applied to Valmalkia, Sikrakia, and Yolanakia. Those who enjoy Atoraxxion's unique biomes can now slay monsters within them, but more on this later. First, here's a quick catch-up on what's going on in Atoraxxion.
Long ago, the last stronghold was built by Orzekea, also known as the Great Architect. We know him in the present as Sage. Rooks discovered a menace that would threaten the world a few decades later, and built Atoraxxion to defend from the approaching blood-eyed dark invaders, the Black Spirits. As he would be too old to do everything on his own, Rooks took in 4 orphans of war. They became his apprentices, the 4 Dekimas, Vaha, Sika, Yolu, and Orz. Each was given a biome to oversee and develop, to make sure Atoraxxion had the means to defend the world no matter the environment fights took place in. The 4 biomes were known as Valmalkia of the desert, Sikrakia of the ocean depths, Yolanakia of the canyons, and now Orzekea. Orzekea's biome will be unique as its creator, Orz, had turned to worship dark forces, twisting the very biome she sought to protect. Where do we fit into all of this? One day, the secret guards contacted you when they uncovered the entrance to the lost fortress, Atoraxxion. After accessing it, you realize very quickly that your black spirit is not welcome. The defense mechanism spurred to life, ready to combat the blood-eyed dark invader. As you uncover the hidden secrets within, you soon encounter Elezra, the White Witch. She tells you that she has come for the heart of Atamagia to power an army of 100,000 Ators, and your job is to stop that from happening. While following Elezra through the dungeon, you come to learn of the events that happened there many thousands of years ago. Of how Rooks was very calculating, cold, and a genius by any measure, did not understand human emotions and thus did not take them into account when leaving the fate of the world in the hands of his apprentices. Of how the 4 Dekimas grew up and interacted with the world around them, and how the relationship between them evolved and frayed with time, leading ultimately to the failure of Rooks' plan. And so we ended up in Orzekea, the stage of the grand finale. What does Elezra truly intend to do? What was Orz's part in the events from the ancient past? And what happened to her after? As we mentioned earlier, Orzekea will be different from the previous 3 installments. Let's take a look at Orzekea's monster zone in more detail. As you combat these monsters, the alert phase is activated, bringing forth ancient weapons Spiran, Centaurian, and Laos, and once you reach the final alert phase, Alketa will spawn. Alketa is an incredibly strong foe, and you will need to be on guard against the numerous attack patterns she possesses. There will be plenty of loot for you to obtain, such as junk loot priced at 96,040 silver, Deboreka belts, earrings, and a new item called Gem of the Void. These can empower your glorious Crystal of Gallantry Akrad and Crystal of Precise Destruction. The recommended gear requirements for this monster zone are 350 AP and 440 DP. With the monster zone out of the way, let's take a look at the dungeon. It can be accessed through Talabray's door found deep within the ancient stone chamber. After interacting with the door, you will be given 4 options, the 4 different biomes. To access the higher difficulty of this dungeon, you will need to be inside the Elvia realm. For Elvia, we recommend 330 AP and 420 DP. For normal difficulty, we suggest 300 AP and 380 DP.
Once you've taken down Orzekea's final boss, Orz's paradise opens up, letting you obtain special loot twice a week. There will be different chests, depending on the difficulty in which you defeated the bosses. The top prize, Orzekea Void Chest, contains a whole bunch of rewards, including a chance of obtaining a piece of the fabled merchant ring. Elvia Orz's rare box contains various accessories from Pride to Try, including those desired Deboreka accessories. We are excited to see what you all think of Atoraxxion Orzekea, and we hope you are all excited for what is to come.